Good morning, friends. Jill here. Welcome back to Whispering Willow Farm. As you guys can see, I'm in my sweater, which means it is officially becoming my favorite time of year. It was 62 degrees when I was taking Charlie to school, and it was glorious. Back up, Lily, back up. Hello. Hello, puppy dogs. Good morning. Get down. Good morning. Hey. Oh, whoa, we got a ton of eggs. I guess the girls came out here and collected them. Guess I need to add to that before I... Hang on, I'm gonna get y'all's food in a minute. Oh yeah. Check out those colors. I wonder if we have any more. I got one over there. It's a nice little handful. This is one of the projects we have, is cleaning out the coop. Alright, I need to take those in real quick. We are actually supposed to be getting some chicks in this week. Murray McMurray sent us some Australorps and some Americanas, and so they should be coming in the next few days, and we're actually really excited. They didn't have any ducks right now, but whenever they do get ducks, we will be getting them in as well, and so that's exciting. We're going to keep them. One of the things I love about this chicken coop is down here on the end, there's like a separate brooder that they built, and so we're actually going to keep the babies in there and keep them separated until they get big enough. So that is exciting, and we are trying to prepare for that. Hey guys, hey, you are a sweet boy. Come here, give me lovin's, give me lovin's. The dogs are always trying to escape. Our chickens are officially starting to lay again though. We're getting like 6 a day. Oh, Lily's mad. We have these really pretty green layers. I was really hoping to get like some blue layers, is kind of what we were hoping for. So I'm hoping that the Americanas will lay more of the blue kind of eggs instead of the green. And then we're getting, one of ours is laying these really pretty white eggs as well. So I'm glad that they're finally back in like their routine, because we were having to buy eggs from our friends who live down the road, which I didn't mind, but I'm like, come on chickens, you gotta get it together. So McMurray is sending us 6 of each, so that's 12, which will expand our flock quite a bit, and then we'll add in the ducks and we'll be eating their eggs as well. So that's kind of fun, something that we're working on. Usually we always get chicks, you know, in the spring. This will be the first time that we've had chicks in the fall, and I'm kind of curious too, because we have had issues with chicks in the past, just because it's so cold and they're coming from a totally different climate and having to keep heat lamps on them. And so we're kind of just testing the waters and seeing, okay, do we prefer getting chicks in the fall versus the spring? You certainly don't have the variety, you know, you don't have all the breeds that you do this time of year. Like, they didn't have any ducks. They were really limited on their breeds. And so that is definitely one of the downfalls, I would say, to trying to get birds this time of year. But they had some varieties that we thought we would love to add to our flock, and so I'm excited for those to come in. I really wanted to show you though what we're working on at the back part of the property. You guys, I've had this shift happen. You ever have that where you kind of get in a funk and you're like, man, I really just need a shift to take place, and my heart needed a shift. I'll be honest with you guys, I've missed being in the garden, and we've spent so much time moving and doing things to the old property and doing things to the new property, and there's just all these other, you know, things we have going on in life, right? I know many of you guys probably can relate. You know, you've had seasons in life that you can look back on and you're like, whoa, that was a stressful, busy time. And that's what I feel like I've been in. I feel like I've been tossed in this wave of just like a lot of things going on, and my heart just really needed a reset. I really needed to just get back to the garden, and I've really just done a lot of soul searching. I've spent a lot of time in prayer, and I've just been making shifts and prioritizing just being in the garden and in doing the things I enjoy doing, and it has gotten me in such good spirits. It has also really inspired me. And so we're working on some things that are really future things. Like, we're working on things now, putting things in place for things I want to do 5 years from now. And that's really exciting to me. I just have this vision for this whole back half of our farm, and I've kind of shared some of those visions with you guys. But now we're actually preparing for some of these things to take place, and I'm excited. So let's go look. Also, $10, I forget that those are here. I want you guys to remind me in those comments, hey, did you get those eggs, Jill? It really is the perfect fall morning. Before I show you guys what I'm going to show you, I want to show you this dahlia in the tunnel. That is gorgeous. We've had a few more bloom. I think I've mentioned to you guys too that we are just saving these for the tubers, but check this out. This was even more beautiful than the one I showed you guys the other day. Look at that thing. Do you see all the texture and the depth? It is so magnificent. Look at that. Oh, it is just so exciting. You are beautiful, my dear. This past weekend, got on Johnny's, and I was just so inspired. I was just feeling really good, super motivated about all the things I want to do in the future, and I ordered way too many flower seeds, and I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Because they were all summer flowers, so there's nothing that I can grow or start now, but I just got really excited for the possibility of the future. And so I went and I ordered a few too many. But then when I came out here and saw that dahlia bloom, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I ordered all those flower seeds right here. All right, this is what I want to show you guys. We are officially preparing to make this back part of the farm tunnels and greenhouses. And I'm so excited. Nathan has spent all weekend just weed eating all of this down. Our plan is to lay all these silage tarps out, kill all the grass. Then we're actually going to have someone come out and level all the ground, and just kind of, we'll have to build it up. So we'll have to bring in topsoil and build it up. But it is looking really, really good. So while Nathan's been working on that, my brain has just been in overdrive thinking about all the things. So we've got the tunnel right there full of vegetables, which I've expressed to you guys. We will continue to keep the raised beds in there and grow vegetables and some flowers. But I did want a tunnel specifically for flowers. And then we have my greenhouse that is going to be coming from the old house. And actually what we're going to do is I'm going to have another one of those greenhouses built for seed starting. I do the plant cell every year. And really last year I did have enough space, but I still needed more space. And so Sean's reworking that. He's building me some tables instead of my folding down tables. He's building me kind of different tables that go in and just allow me to have more space to be able to do what I need to do better. And so that's kind of been the joy of having my friend build me a greenhouse, is we've been able to tweak and like figure out my needs a lot better, which has been really nice. And so where we have that silage tarp down, there's going to be a little bit of a space, but once we get it all leveled, we're going to put the greenhouse, we're going to create a space, and then we're going to stack the other seed starting greenhouse behind it. And I'm going to move all my hardening off tables that I had from the old house over here. That way I can bring plants outside if I need to. One will be a heated one will be a cooled one. So we're really just kind of diving into specifically what's going to work best for me and my needs, which is really cool. And so we're going to add another greenhouse. And then over here, eventually, I don't really know when that's going to be, but eventually we're going to add the flower tunnel. And I'm going to be able to look out from my back porch and just see all my tunnels growing full of food, plant starts, flowers. It has me so excited. You guys, I have so many things just stored up in my brain over here that I'm like, oh, I'm ready. And so we really just, our goal for the second greenhouse is going to be to have it done before the plant cell that I do every year. And so that is something that I do every single year. I will continue to do every year. It is a pretty profitable thing for us on our farm. We really rely on that to kind of kickstart our projects for the spring. I'm hoping to be able to scale up the plant cell this year. Sean's family and us are going to be going in together and doing the plant cell together this year, which is just going to allow us to kind of put our resources together and really kind of learn teach you guys more, use that content to put out here and teach as well on the different flowers that we're starting. But primarily that is what we're going to be selling at the plant sale this year, is flowers. And so I bought most of those seeds already. We're trying to get a game plan, and I'm just excited. I love doing the plant sale every year. It is such a huge part of why we do what we do. Bringing community together, supporting our community in a tangible way, getting to engage with our community. It's just been so fun, and it's so funny. We're just now into September. The plant sale isn't until April, and we're already thinking about it. But that's really how you have to be. You have to always be thinking about the next season, especially if you're having to bring in soil or you're having to order trays and pots and seeds. And so those are always things when people ask me, how do you figure out for the plant sale? Like, what is your plan on your farm? I always just try to stay a season ahead because a lot of times seeds get sold out. You know, in the last year or so, we've had difficulty finding, soil and just supplies. And so that would kind of be my biggest recommendation to you guys. If you're thinking about doing a plant sale or even just your own farm, go ahead and buy a season's worth ahead if you're able to. Or if you're saving your own seeds, that's perfect. You don't even have to worry about that. But I have found that a lot of people have been having sales, like summer sales, and that's what I try to look out for. I know that I just bought some stuff from Hudson Valley Seed Company because they had a big Labor Day sale. Botanical Interest usually has a sale. So I just stock that stuff. I sign up for all the newsletters that come in my email, and I just stock them. And then when it's oh, this is on sale, I'm like, okay. I mean, I was able to grab spinach for $1 something a pack. That's usually $3 or $4. And so that's a pretty good deal when you think about it. And so those are things that I do. Catch them on sale, buy it all. Don't tell your husbands. I'm just kidding. I tell Nathan everything. Don't worry, you guys. No secrets are being had. While Nathan has been working on this man has had a heart for our animals. You guys know that. My passion is growing food. Nathan's passion is growing food in a different way, in the form of animals. I grow it in the form of vegetables. And so he has just kind of taken over this back half and really had a plan. And we expressed that to you guys. His plan was to plant a bunch of stuff, which he did. He bought a ton of purple top turnips and radish and clover. And this weekend he planted a bunch of it. We had a rain come this weekend, and so he came out and spent hours just spreading grass seed. And his idea with the turnips and the radish is it's really compacted soil, and so his hope was that they would grow deep and kind of aerate that soil a bit, which I think is an excellent plan. It's so fun to, I don't know how he feels when I talk to him about the things I'm into, passionate about, but it has been such a joy for me to see him get so fired up about this project, and he's putting time into it, and he's coming out here making sure he's getting all his seeds sown before the rain comes, and I can just see him pouring his heart into our farm in this way, and that's really a special moment for me. So speaking of pouring his heart into this farm, the man has done a thing. You guys, things are happening on our farm. I feel like we went from okay, this is really kind of a crazy transition to, okay, this farm is our own and we are doing things to make it our own, and we're doing the thing. Things are happening and it feels really good. So we got new animals on our farm this morning, and it's really exciting. I'm not gonna lie, Nathan's heart just lit up when these animals got dropped off, and it made me so overjoyed to see how happy he was. I can only imagine how fun this process is gonna be. Just seeing him come alive, seeing him put his hard work to something, it's so meaningful. Living on a farm and a homestead has so much meaning for so many reasons. I connect through growing food. I connect through teaching you guys. That's how I connect and I feel purpose. And I can just see Nathan connecting to our earth and feeling so much purpose and tending to these animals and adding new animals to our farm. And it's just, as a wife, been such a joy to see this take place. It's just been really special. So we got 3 little piggies, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. We've really kind of been hands off because they got loaded up in a crate this morning and dropped off to our farm, and a lot has happened in these little piggies' life today, and so we've just been trying to give them some space to adjust. But Ben Turn has been breeding lots of little piggies. Bentur's been busy making his farm, you know, grow and expand, and that's been really cool. And he was telling us the other day that he had some feeder pigs available, and we really wanted breeders. So we wanted to have you know, breeders and then continue that rotation. We're actually going to be getting breeders from Ben and Andrea Vinson over at VW Family Farms, but they don't have any available. They're about a year out until they could have breeders. And so that is our plan, to get those from them. We'll have litters every year. We'll keep 2, sell the rest. You know, we'll just do that whole process. But until then, we thought we could have some to feed out for our family until the breeders were ready from the Bensons. And then we could kind of ease ourselves into figuring out how to deal with pigs. Not something that we've ever had before, not something we're super familiar with. And so we thought, well, this will ease us into it. So these little piggies are, I think, like a couple months old. He said maybe 2 months old. They're a Yorkshire cross. They're stinking adorable. I know I've got to get that out of my head and realize that they are like an asset, a sustainable piece of our farm. I can no longer view them as these cute little piggies, but I'm not there yet. But it is really cool. They've just been running around. I'm going to try to show you guys in a second. And so we have got them in an area right here where they'll be which they'll be for a little while, not very long, until the grass starts coming up over here. And then we'll just move them right on over here. Ben still has his male goats over here. And so he'll be moving them off shortly. And when he does that, we'll move the pigs over here. He was talking about maybe cutting the back part of that farrowing barn and putting a gate in there. That way we could easily access over there for the time being to be able to work with the pigs and stuff like that. He has actually handled these pigs quite a bit. And so, you know, he said we were fine to go in there, let the kids go in there supervised, obviously. And so it's just been fun kind of seeing their mannerisms. I think it's so funny. You know, I haven't really studied pigs a whole lot. And so when Jess and Maya had pigs, we didn't really come down here and, you know, hang out with them a whole lot. We saw the animals, the goats that were kind of further up. So thankfully, Jess and Maya had pigs here. So everything was pretty much set up. The hot wire was already ran. Same with over there, because that's where they had Gerard, their male. We just had to buy solar chargers. And so Nathan did that. But we were pretty much set up for animals in here, for pigs in particular. We also knew too that this was an area that we were going to have pigs, so we never had intention of building up the grass or the pasture in here. It's mainly just rocks. Like, a lot of this is rocks, a lot of it's brush. I really wouldn't feel comfortable having any other animal back here except for the pigs, just because they wallow and they root and they dig up the area anyways. And so this was kind of the perfect place to have them, and so that's why we did go ahead and make the decision to get the pigs. Ben was needing to get rid of some. We got a good deal on them. We feel good about it, and then this area was already set up, and then that allows us to really just kind of shift gears on other areas too on the farm, which right now, kind of getting everything ready for the tunnels and the greenhouses is kind of where our shift's gonna go from here. I don't think, other than the chicks and the piggies, we definitely won't be adding any more animals for a while, but it really has just made us super happy adding these little creatures to our farm. They've just been so much fun to watch. Nathan's actually headed out here now. We're gonna try to hop in there and show you guys. Hey. Hello. The mosquitoes are bad today. Yeah, I don't know why. Don't you look cute in your little boots? Oh, yeah? Look at that attire. Okay, so I was telling our friends that we got 3 little piggies from Bentern. Are they boars or sows?
I don't know. I just told them to bring me some.
Okay.
They're going to serve their purpose.
They're going to serve their purpose, so it doesn't matter. That's what you're saying.
We're not breeding these. These are going to go in the freezer.
Yep. So we are hopping the fence to get over here. I'll be honest, I haven't hopped a fence in quite some time. It's been a long time since I had to hop some fences.
Not as agile as I used to be.
So how excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10 to have these little piggies?
Well, I'm excited because I see bacon.
Oh, goodness.
They are cute, though. So, did you already tell them what they were?
I told them they were a Yorkshire cross.
With a Cooney.
With a Cooney, Yorkshire and Cooney. So let's just talk about that real quick.
Oh, goodness.
Because I already know some people are going to say some things, so let's talk about it. Coonies can actually be a pasture-raised pig, which it is not ideal for where we are. I just told you guys this ground grows rocks, right? Like we couldn't grow grass here if we wanted to. Yeah, we're working on it, but not even really as a Cooney deserves. Really, like they thrive on pasture. Most pigs, you cannot just grass feed. They need grain. It's just how they are. Cooney, however, is one of those that prefers pasture. So if we bought a true Cooney and we put on here, they wouldn't thrive because that's not what they prefer. And we're needing one that's going to clean out the brush. So we've been told that this Yorkshire cross, they are fine with grain. They actually do better. And so we're kind of testing the waters and we're seeing. This is new to us. And so we are trying to figure it out and see. Like we said, we wouldn't have our breeding pairs be Coonies because we know that they can't thrive in the environment that we have for them. We need ones that are going to root up, be okay being grain fed, which is something we prefer grass fed animals. I mean, we do. But after doing our research and talking to a lot of people, that is not feasible for a pig. And I've even had people argue that there is no such thing as a grass-finished hog, and if someone says that there is, they're lying. There's been so much stink around that anyways. You know what I mean? Like, can you have a pastured pig? Can you not? So, we're testing the waters.
We're testing the waters. I reached out to Ben Vincent. Who,
I did tell them that.
Okay, I feel he is...
He knows his stuff, you guys.
He knows his stuff. He is super knowledgeable, and he is going to help me. I need help. So this is new to me. And
he knew we were getting these from Ben, right? And he thought that was good for what we were going to try to do temporarily.
Yeah, I told him that I was probably... I just needed some feeder pigs to put in the freezer, and so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to work out a deal
so cute
with Ben Vincent and get a breeding pair when he's got them available. But right now he's got quite the operation.
They do.
So.
They have really. It's been really cool too. They've expanded a lot just in the few years we've known them. What they're doing, and so. If
you don't have a place for good pork, I encourage you to check them out online. I mean.
I'll find a link. I'll put all their stuff below because they're shipping now, right?
They're shipping now, so.
I'll find their stuff. I'll put it below. We've actually been buying our pork from them, and we've been really impressed. And since we can go out to their farm and see how they're doing things, it makes us feel even better.
They've got quite the setup. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, are you ready to introduce these piggies?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they don't run off.
I know. We're gonna sneak. We're gonna give them space, and we're gonna use that zoom on the lens.
All right.
We done got them worked up. We shouldn't do that.
Oh my goodness.
Look at their little butts. Oh.
They are pretty cute. I see the Cooney in them. Look at the beard.
Is that a Cooney trait? See, they don't... I don't know.
Look at their little faces. I see it in them.
You see the Grinch? Sweet little things. Hey.
Are we gonna name them?
No. Oh goodness, no. Look at it. It's like a standoff.
Yeah.
Okay, you did good.
Thanks.
My goodness, these things are fast. So Ben said he did come out here and work them. He has handled them some. He did encourage us to come out here and try to, what did he say? Bucket wean them or?
Bucket train them just
bucket
so
train them.
When the bucket comes out that's feeding time. So.
He did tell us though, don't ever go in the pig yard by yourself. And I took his advice. I got Nathan. So we're going to try to come out here and make them a little bit more docile. And, I don't necessarily think like we need to be friends and have them as pets, but have them used to us being out here. Yeah. Okay, piggies. Y'all did good. your first debut to the YouTube. So that's our news. We got little piggies, 3 little piggies. We're preparing the ground for another greenhouse, and then in the future, another tunnel. Nathan has found his groove and what he is passionate about. I was telling them it's been so fun watching you just get like in your zone with these animals. I imagine that's how you feel about me in my zone about the flowers and the vegetables. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm seeing you come alive, and it's...
Well, it's like, yeah, I knew we were tapped out space-wise at our old place, and so now that I have the ability to do all this, I'm excited.
Yeah, we tried to do pigs at our old house. We just didn't feel like we didn't really feel like we had enough space, and we didn't really want to like mess up the ground there. And so we were just one of those things we put the brakes on until we got to a bigger piece of property. Also, I guess this is just the tell-all be-all video of the week, but a lot of you guys have been asking about our house. We are under contract and set to close October 5th.
Thank goodness.
Thank the Lord Almighty. That has been a very stressful situation, if I'm just being really honest. And so if you guys will just keep us in your prayers and make sure we still have the inspection to go. Mm-hmm. But we did go through the inspection already and fixed quite a bit from the last offer. And so you guys just be praying. But yes, as of now, we are under contract, waiting for the inspection and just waiting to close.
Yeah.
It feels really good. So thank you guys for praying already. We do appreciate that. But we got to get busy.
Yes, we do. It's getting hotter. So.
It's getting hotter. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us in the pig yard today. Thank you guys for just letting us share our lives with you.
That's right.
It's pretty fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye.